How should you tell startup investors about your problems? If there's one thing I can guarantee you of, it's that investors will find out about all your company's problems before they fund your startup. So, get the idea that you can hide your problems from potential investors out of your head. Instead, I'm going to teach you in today's video how you can use the problems your company has to your advantage to close your funding. In fact, I'll show you how you can do this in one slide. I hope you like it. Hi, I'm Brett. On my channel, I help early stage startup CEOs like you raise money and grow your startup. So if this sounds like you, then hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified every time I release a new video. Let's get started. And let's start with why are investors going to find out about your problems? And let me start with a story. When I was raising our initial funding, several investors passed on investing in us because they had found in their diligence process that I was difficult to work with. It didn't matter whether it was true or not, the story was out there, and it scared some investors away. I'll explain more about how I dealt with this later in the video. The more important point is that investors are going to find whatever issues there are with your company. So whatever the issue is, as I said, investors are going to find it. And as I found out the hard way with my own issues, they're going to find all the issues that pertain to your company. And this leads directly to the next point on the list. What type of problems do investors care about? I'm going to break these into two groups. The first group are all related to the company. The first issue is what are the technical challenges with making your product or service work? Seems pretty obvious. The second issue is your team. Do you have a team capable of solving the problem? The third risk is market risk. You can think of this as how easy it is to sell to your desired customers. Or it might be that your market is small now and you're hoping to get in early as the market grows. And there's a risk in this scenario that the market never grows. The fourth risk is competitive risk. Who are the competitors? Do you have any advantages versus them? How will the competition react to your entrance into the market? Now, the second group is all about you, the CEO. Are you capable of being CEO? Will you be able to recruit top talent? Will you be able to manage a team and run a company? Will you be able to raise money? Investors are going to research every one of these issues. And investors are going to come to a conclusion on whether any of these issues are important or not. Now you can see why investors were concerned about what they discovered in diligence about me. If I was difficult to work with, how would I be managing a team? Would I push people away? And how would I be working with them? Some investors decided the risk was too high and they passed. This goes directly to my next point. Why you're better off disclosing your problems than having investors find them. Let's go back again to my story. Once I realized that I had an issue that was concerning to investors, I had a choice to make. I could either wait for investors to find the issue that they were clearly concerned about, or I could get ahead of the story and tell them about the issue. I decided to get ahead of the story and tell investors about the issue before they found the issue. The advantage of getting ahead of the story is you get to frame the issue. And this takes the sting out of the issue. Just as importantly, it shows you have integrity. Integrity is a key thing that investors want to see in a CEO. And this leads directly to the final issue to discuss. How can you use your problems to help you get funded? There are some issues that you want to discuss when you're pitching, and there are some issues that you'll discuss later with investors. An issue like mine that was a personnel issue was something to be taken care of in diligence. You can address many of the other issues in your pitch. Let me show you how. Your pitch deck is really broken up into two parts. The first part is the executive summary, where you explain the problem you are trying to solve and your solution to this problem. The second part of your deck, the body of your deck, is set up to answer key investor questions. This is where you address most of these other issues. For example, your team slide is the perfect place to explain that you have the right team. Your go-to-market strategy addresses how you're going to get your great idea in front of customers. Your competition slide is where you can explain who you're competing with and how you're different than the competition. You get the idea. But there's one more slide you want to add to your pitch deck. That slide is why your startup is going to fail. I know this sounds crazy. You're actually going to tell investors why you're going to fail. Who does that? Hear me out, because telling investors is a really smart idea. Investors, as I said earlier, are going to assess and find where the risk is in your startup, and they may assess the risk incorrectly. Sometimes it works for you, and sometimes it doesn't. So why not explain how you see the risks in your company for them? Now, don't develop a garbage list of issues. Instead, explain the top 3 issues that you see and explain how you're going to solve them. The value of doing this is you're building integrity with investors and you're getting ahead of the story. Now, if this content is resonating with you, then please hit the like button right now. One final thought. The real value of explaining why your startup is going to fail for you. You don't want to just raise money. You want to win. You're going to need to address these issues if you're going to win. All these issues, all these problems, all these concerns that you have, you need to address them. You may decide not to share the slide with investors, but you'll want to do the work because it really will help you and your team. Now, what did you learn from today's video? Put your answer in the comments column below today's video. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments column too, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Now, I have one more thing for you today. It's my free startup pitch deck template. It has all the slides you need to develop an awesome pitch deck. Click the link below today's video, and it's yours for free. And for more great content, click on the video at the end of today's video. And if you haven't already, then click the subscribe button to get notified every time I release a new video. I'm Brett at brettjfox.com. Thanks for watching today. Take care. Bye.